The Anunnaki creation story. Are humans the legacy of alien gods? Far beyond the sun's reach, in the black expanse of a cosmos veined with ancient mysteries and worlds unseen, the planet Nibiru orbited a faint, distant star. This world, home to the Anunnaki, lay heavy under the weight of age. Its atmosphere, once strong and vital, now thinned and frayed, leaving Nibiru's people under a veil of an ever-approaching doom. Its king, Anu, was troubled. For eons, Nibiru had stood as a symbol of endurance, but now the survival of his kingdom seemed threatened. Surrounded by advisors, priests, and his own family, Anu clung to a last, flickering hope: Earth. Anu's scientists, tirelessly probing the heavens, had identified Earth, a world rich in gold. Gold, the element that could save their atmosphere and restore their home. But hope on Nibiru often arrived hand in hand with dissent. The king's two sons, Enlil and Enki, powerful in their own right, clashed bitterly over the journey to Earth. Each viewed the crisis through vastly different eyes. Enlil, a man of unwavering discipline, clung to Nibiru's ancient codes, his mind a fortress against what he saw as meddling with the cosmic order. Enki, the thinker, the scientist, saw possibilities beyond tradition. He wanted not only to save Nibiru, but to reshape what it could be. With each council session, the gulf between them widened. In Nibiru's Hall of Ages, a cavernous stone chamber where countless councils had gathered, Anu summoned the elders and deities. Stone pillars rose around him, weathered by time, and within their shadows, the past weighed heavily on his shoulders. Enki, eyes bright with conviction, presented his case. Earth is teeming with gold, Enki said, his voice alive with hope. It's abundant there, just waiting for us. If we harness it, our skies can be renewed, and Nibiru can thrive once more. Enlil watched his brother, his face set in grim lines. Are we saviors or conquerors, Enki? We may find the gold, yes, but at what cost? Do we risk destroying the life that grows there? Or worse, do we become its destroyers? Anu's decree, echoing through the hall, was final. Enki would lead the mission to Earth, tasked with bringing back the riches that could save Nibiru. As Enki bowed before his father, his heart surged with purpose, a responsibility that weighed on him like the stars themselves. Thus, the Anunnaki began their journey through the cosmic dark, a journey that would change both Nibiru and Earth forever. When Enki descended to Earth, he was accompanied by his sister, Ninhursag, the healer and nurturer, as well as the Igigi, their loyal workforce, trained for the laborious task of mining Earth's riches. As they entered Earth's atmosphere, the sights of this lush, untamed paradise captured their awe. Rivers glinted under the sunlight, dusted with the very gold they sought. Forests stretched far and wild, untouched by any hand, and towering mountains lined the horizon beneath a sky boundless and clear. Together, Enki and Ninhursag set up their camp by a river, whose waters glowed faintly with gold particles. Soon the Igigi joined them, beginning the careful, back-breaking work of extracting Earth's hidden treasures. Yet, as Enki wandered the fertile lands, examining flora, fauna, and life that pulsed beneath Earth's green canopy, he stumbled upon a discovery that would soon send ripples through the Anunnaki ranks: creatures. These beings were primitive, yet they possessed an uncanny resemblance to the ancestral forms of his own people. In the rough, low-browed humans, Enki saw not mere creatures, but potential, a seed that could be nurtured, evolved, refined. And that potential, Enki knew, would bring forth the ultimate clash among the gods. When Enlil arrived on Earth, he was not entranced by the beauty or diversity of life, nor was he caught up in his brother's visions of progress. To him, Earth was a station, a temporary solution, a place to extract resources and then leave behind. His task was clear. His heart held no sway for anything else. When he saw Enki examining a group of early humans as they foraged, an uncomfortable suspicion took root. "You are far too interested in these creatures," Enlil said, catching Enki in one of his many observations. They're bound to instinct, to Earth's laws. They will never be our kind. But they could be, Enki countered, his voice filled with wonder. Imagine beings like us, able to endure Earth's hardships and yet possess our wisdom and knowledge. With guidance, they could grow. Enlil shook his head, dismissing the notion. Yet Enki, undeterred, turned to his sister, Ninhursag, who had long shared his vision. He proposed an experiment, a daring fusion that would merge Anunnaki and human essence to create a being both familiar and new. A being who might one day share the Anunnaki's wisdom and alleviate the grueling work on Earth. In a secluded chamber carved within their earthly compound, Ninhursag began the ritual of creation. With patience and care, she merged the blood of the Anunnaki with that of the native beings, carefully crafting the essence of a new life. And so, the first human opened its eyes, gazing at its creators with a wonder that mirrored their own. In that gaze, Enki saw the realization of his hopes, yet he knew he had awakened something that could not easily be undone. When word of the creation reached Enlil, his fury was boundless. "You have tampered with life itself, Enki," he stormed. "We are not here to play gods, to twist and shape creatures to our will. We are here to preserve, not destroy." Enki met his brother's gaze, voice calm but unyielding. "They are not slaves, Enlil. They are heirs to our legacy. With our guidance, they can thrive, learn, grow. They can ease our burdens, yes, but one day they may walk beside us." With this creation, humanity was born, a blend of earth and stardust, of nature and the divine. But this new life deepened the rift between the brothers, sowing seeds of conflict that would echo through the ages. Under Enki's watchful eye, the humans grew. He taught them the basics of survival, of tending to the land, and of the stars that watched over them. Through Enki's teachings, they learned language, music, and art. Ninhursag, ever the nurturer, guided them in the ways of healing and balance, ensuring they would live in harmony with the world around them. Inanna, the radiant goddess of love and war, grew captivated by humanity's potential. She saw in them a raw strength, a resilience that mirrored her own. Taking a fierce pride in their progress, she advocated for their independence, seeing them as more than mere creations, but as children of both earth and the heavens. Under her guidance, humans learned to craft tools, to sing of their gods, and to live in villages where their loyalty to the Anunnaki was woven into their everyday lives. But Enlil saw danger in their growth, in their capacity to think, create, and question. He saw their rapid development as a spark that could one day ignite rebellion. "They multiply too quickly, learn too much," he warned his fellow Anunnaki. "Soon, they will become too numerous, too knowledgeable, and they may rise against us." Anu, weary with age and responsibility, listened as Enlil laid out his fears. Torn between his sons, Anu pondered the balance of power on Earth, the delicate line between guidance and domination. Yet as humanity continued to thrive, Enlil grew increasingly uneasy. The spark of jealousy and fear flared, and he began to wonder if Earth itself had somehow seduced the Anunnaki from their true purpose. Desperate to quell humanity's growth, Enlil proposed a drastic solution to his father: a deluge, a flood that would cleanse Earth, wiping away the civilizations that had sprung up under Enki's hand. The council gathered in tense debate, voices echoing through the chamber as humanity's fate hung in the balance. Enki's voice was strong, pleading for his creations, but Enlil's words carried the weight of necessity, of a future that could not be left to chance. Anu's decision was agonizingly reluctant. He granted Enlil permission to proceed with the deluge, and preparations for the cataclysm began in secret. But Enki, unwilling to forsake his creations, sought a way to defy his brother's will. In the dead of night, he visited a human named Ziusudra, a man of great wisdom and virtue. Whispering secrets of survival, Enki revealed to him the means to construct a vessel that could weather the storm, a refuge for those who would survive Earth's rebirth. As the floodwaters rose, the earth trembled beneath the Anunnaki's fury. Torrents raged across the land, swallowing villages and washing away the years of growth and knowledge. Enlil watched as his vision came to pass, the land cleansed, purified, left to renew in the aftermath of destruction. Yet Enki's defiance could not be silenced. As the waters receded, Enlil saw Ziusudra and his family emerge, survivors of the deluge, bearing with them the knowledge Enki had imparted. The brothers met amid the ruins of Earth's former civilization, each bearing the weight of their choices. In Enlil's eyes, Enki saw a shadow of anger, but also respect, for neither brother could deny the power that humanity held, a power born of their lineage and of Earth itself. In the aftermath, Anu descended once more to Earth, calling his sons and the Anunnaki to account for the devastation. The resilience of humanity, the fruits of Enki's guidance, stood before him as a testament to the Anunnaki's impact, both good and ill. Anu, wise beyond the years of his sons, understood the magnitude of what had transpired and the changes it had wrought upon Earth. Faced with the ruin and the perseverance of humanity, Anu commanded his sons to lay aside their feud. He decreed that the Anunnaki would withdraw from direct rule, leaving Earth to its destiny. Humanity would now walk its own path, shaped by the teachings of its gods, but free to create a future of its own design. Yet, not all the Anunnaki departed. Inanna and Utu, touched by love for the beings they had helped to guide, chose to remain as guardians, to watch over their creations from afar. Millennia passed, and the Anunnaki faded into myth, their names whispered only in temples or inscribed upon ancient stones. Yet their legacy lived on. Humanity, descendants of Earth and stardust, built cities, kingdoms, and empires honoring the memory of the gods who once walked among them. Temples rose in the names of Enki, the wise creator, Ninhursag, the nurturing mother, and Enlil, the stern protector. Their names echoed through ages as symbols of wisdom, strength, and mystery, woven into the very fabric of civilization. And so the legacy of the Anunnaki endured, an immortal mystery, an endless story, a cosmic journey that, like the stars themselves, would shine through the heavens for all eternity. In the ancient memory of humankind, whispers of the Anunnaki lingered like echoes of a half-remembered dream. Across centuries, tales of gods who once strode the earth mingled with myths and legends, each story weaving their influence deeper into the fabric of human civilization. Temples crumbled, languages faded, yet the memory of those who came from the stars endured, passed down through generations who looked up at the night sky wondering. Humanity, born of Earth and yet touched by the cosmos, inherited both the creativity and ambition of their distant progenitors. They developed languages, built empires, made laws, and gazed at the heavens with wonder, perhaps even with memories veiled in instinct, a knowledge that ran deeper than words. But questions remained, unanswered and profound, etched into the hearts of those who dared to ask. Could it be that the Anunnaki truly walked this world, shaping humanity in ways we have yet to understand? Were they guides or guardians, or simply beings in search of survival, who left a part of themselves in the marrow of humankind? Was their departure final, or do they still watch over us, hidden in the folds of time, their wisdom woven into our DNA, waiting for us to remember? What of the great flood they brought upon the earth? Was it a judgment or a test, a way to measure humanity's resilience? Or did the Anunnaki foresee something in us that we have yet to discover, a hidden potential waiting to awaken? And if they return, as some legends suggest they will, what would they make of the world they once helped build? Would they be proud of what we have become, or would they intervene once again, reshaping us in accordance with a cosmic design we cannot yet grasp? The mysteries remain, beckoning each of us to look back into the mists of forgotten ages, to explore the ancient clues, and to ask ourselves, what do you believe about the Anunnaki? Were they simply legends, or were they the first great architects of our species, Could our drive for knowledge, our need to explore, be a remnant of their influence? A call from our cosmic ancestry? Or perhaps, as some would say, the real mystery lies not in what they did, but in what we have yet to become because of them. Who will we be, knowing our roots may extend beyond the stars? The stars hold their secrets close, but perhaps somewhere within us, the answers are waiting to be discovered. What do you think? Sumerian Trinity, unveiling the hidden histories of Enki, Enlil, and Anu. Join us on this mesmerizing journey through the myths and legends of Enki, Enlil, and Anu. Discover the divine drama that shaped civilizations and continues to fascinate us today. Let the timeless wisdom of the Sumerian Trinity inspire you to seek knowledge, uphold justice, and embrace the interconnectedness of all things. In the ancient land of Mesopotamia, where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers meandered through vast plains and fertile valleys, there existed a civilization whose grandeur and ingenuity continue to captivate humanity's imagination. The Sumerians, early inhabitants of this cradle of civilization, were pioneers in the realms of writing, law, and governance. Yet, beyond their tangible accomplishments, it was their spiritual beliefs and mythological narratives that truly set them apart. In the heart of Sumerian cosmology stood three divine figures whose influences and legacies have transcended the eons: Enki, Enlil, and Anu. These deities were more than mere characters in ancient stories. They were the embodiment of cosmic forces, shaping the destinies of both gods and mortals. Our journey into the depths of Sumerian mythology begins with Anu, the exalted king of the gods. Anu resided in the celestial heavens, far beyond the reach of mortal eyes, ruling over the divine pantheon with a blend of wisdom and authority. As the father of both Enki and Enlil, Anu bestowed upon his sons the gifts of wisdom and power, gifts that would shape the course of history and human civilization. Enki, the god of wisdom and water, emerges as a central figure in this grand narrative. Revered as the master craftsman, the bringer of civilization, and the keeper of sacred knowledge, Enki's influence permeated every aspect of Sumerian life. He dwelled in the depths of the Abzu, an underground realm of primordial waters, where the secrets of the universe lay hidden. From this subterranean domain, Enki watched over humanity with a benevolent eye, guiding them towards enlightenment and progress. Enki's contributions to humanity were manifold. It was he who taught mortals the secrets of agriculture, providing them with the means to cultivate the land and sustain their communities. His gift of writing allowed them to record their thoughts and achievements for posterity, ensuring that the wisdom of the ages would be preserved. Beyond these tangible gifts, Enki was also revered among the gods for his wisdom and magical prowess. He possessed the ability to shapeshift and manipulate reality, using his cunning intellect to outmaneuver even the most formidable adversaries. Yet alongside Enki stood his brother Enlil, the god of wind and storm. Enlil's domain was the sky, where he commanded the forces of nature with a thunderous voice and an iron will. As the enforcer of divine law and the keeper of order and justice, Enlil played a crucial role in maintaining the cosmic balance. His authority was unquestioned among the gods, and his decrees echoed throughout the heavens and the earth. Enlil's influence extended to the realms of kings and warriors, whom he endowed with strength and courage in times of need. The relationship between Enki and Enlil was complex, marked by both collaboration and rivalry. Their differing approaches to governance and their competing ambitions often led to cosmic battles of epic proportions, shaking the very foundations of the universe. Amidst this divine drama, Anu, the celestial patriarch, loomed large as the ultimate arbiter of divine justice. Though distant and aloof, Anu's influence permeated every facet of existence, guiding the unfolding drama of creation with a steady hand. From the great flood that washed away humanity's sins to the epic battles waged between gods and giants, the stories of Enki, Enlil, and Anu echoed throughout the annals of time, leaving an indelible mark on the tapestry of myth and legend. These ancient narratives serve as a testament to the enduring power of human imagination and the boundless depths of the human spirit. As we journey deeper into the heart of Mesopotamia, we uncover the hidden truths and timeless wisdom encoded within the myths of the Sumerian Trinity. Their stories offer profound insights into the human condition, providing guidance and wisdom to those who seek it. Enki, the god of wisdom and water, embodies the spirit of innovation and enlightenment. His tales teach us the value of knowledge and the importance of using it for the betterment of humanity. Enki's gift of agriculture symbolizes the transformative power of learning and discovery, demonstrating how the simple act of planting seeds can lead to the flourishing of civilizations. Enlil, the god of wind and storm, represents the forces of nature and the necessity of balance in the universe. His stories remind us of the awesome power of the elements and the need to respect the natural world. Enlil's role as the enforcer of divine law highlights the importance of justice and order in society, illustrating how chaos can arise when these principles are ignored. Anu, the celestial patriarch, embodies the concept of cosmic harmony and the interconnectedness of all things. His stories reveal the intricate web of relationships that bind the universe together, showing how every action has a consequence and every being is part of a greater whole. Anu's wisdom transcends the boundaries of space and time, offering solace and guidance to those who seek his counsel. The myths of the Sumerian Trinity are more than mere lessons in morality. They are windows into the human psyche, revealing our deepest fears, desires, and aspirations. The struggles of the gods mirror our own, reflecting the eternal conflict between order and chaos, light and darkness, good and evil. In Enki, we see the triumph of intellect over brute force, the power of reason to overcome adversity. His cunning and resourcefulness in navigating the challenges of the divine and mortal realms inspire us to seek knowledge and wisdom in our own lives. Enki's shape-shifting abilities and mastery of magic remind us of the boundless potential of the human mind and spirit. In Enlil, we witness the importance of discipline and self-control, the necessity of standing firm in the face of temptation. His unwavering commitment to maintaining order and justice serves as a powerful example of the strength required to uphold moral and ethical standards. Enlil's command over the elements and his role as a protector of cosmic balance highlight the delicate equilibrium that sustains the universe. In Anu, we find the ultimate source of wisdom and guidance, the beacon of hope that guides us through the darkest of times. Anu's celestial perspective and impartial judgment offer a broader understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. His presence in the heavens serves as a reminder of the divine order that underlies the chaos of the mortal world. As we delve deeper into these ancient myths, we begin to see ourselves reflected in the divine figures of Enki, Enlil, and Anu. Their stories speak to our own struggles and triumphs, offering comfort and inspiration in times of need. The Sumerian Trinity's myths are not static relics of the past. They are living narratives that continue to resonate with us today. They provide a lens through which we can explore the complexities of the human experience, offering timeless lessons that remain relevant in the modern world. As we journey through the heart of Mesopotamia, let us not only marvel at the wonders of the ancient world, but also seek to learn from the wisdom of the past. For in the myths of the Sumerian Trinity, we find not only the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the universe, but also the secrets to unlocking the mysteries of our own souls. The stories of Enki, Enlil, and Anu invite us to reflect on our place in the cosmos and the impact of our actions on the world around us. They challenge us to embrace the values of wisdom, justice, and harmony, and to strive for a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe. In Enki's quest for knowledge and innovation, we are reminded of the power of human ingenuity and the importance of continuous learning. His tales encourage us to seek out new ideas and embrace the transformative potential of discovery. Enlil's role as the enforcer of divine law underscores the necessity of maintaining order and justice in our societies. His stories prompt us to reflect on our responsibilities to uphold ethical standards and to protect the natural world from harm. Anu's celestial perspective offers a profound sense of interconnectedness and cosmic harmony. His narratives inspire us to consider the broader implications of our actions and to seek balance in our lives and relationships. As we continue to explore the myths of the Sumerian Trinity, let us carry their lessons with us, allowing their wisdom to guide our paths and illuminate our understanding of the world. For in these ancient tales we find not only the echoes of a distant past, but also the enduring truths that continue to shape our present and future. As we unravel the mysteries of the real Trinity, we invite you to delve into the depths of ancient Mesopotamia and uncover the secrets that lie within. Embark on this epic adventure and let the stories of Enki, Enlil, and Anu ignite your imagination and illuminate your understanding of the world. In the end, the myths of the Sumerian Trinity are more than just ancient stories. They are a testament to the enduring power of human imagination and the boundless depths of the human spirit. They remind us of our capacity for innovation, our responsibility to uphold justice, and our interconnectedness with the cosmos. So let us journey together into the heart of Mesopotamia, guided by the wisdom of Enki, Enlil, and Anu. Let us seek the knowledge, balance, and harmony that their stories offer, and let us carry their timeless lessons with us as we navigate the complexities of our own lives. For in the myths of the Sumerian Trinity, we find not only the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the universe, but also the secrets to unlocking the mysteries of our own souls. And in doing so, we discover the profound truths that continue to shape our present and future, reminding us of the enduring power of myth and the eternal quest for meaning in a world shaped by gods and men alike. Enki's forbidden legacy, the truth behind human DNA and alien intervention. In the depths of our ancient past, where myth and reality intertwine, we encounter a myriad of gods and deities that profoundly influenced the spiritual life of the ancients. Among the oldest of these civilizations is Sumer, often regarded as the cradle of human civilization. Their spiritual realm was a complex network of deities, each holding specific roles and functions, ultimately governing the cosmos's course. One figure stands out amongst this celestial hierarchy: Enki, also known as Ea in Akkadian and Babylonian mythology. Enki, the Sumerian god of water, knowledge, mischief, and creation, occupied a prominent position. As the lord of the earth and the waters, he was revered for his wisdom, ingenuity, and creativity. Enki is widely credited for establishing Eridu, one of the earliest cities in Sumer, and initiating human civilization. Our knowledge of Enki and his counterparts primarily comes from ancient texts and inscriptions, including the Enuma Elish and the Epic of Gilgamesh. The Enuma Elish, the Babylonian epic of creation, describes the creation of the world and the celestial hierarchy, including the birth and deeds of Enki. The Epic of Gilgamesh, a quintessential piece of ancient literature, also provides glimpses into the divine realm and Enki's role in it. Together, these sources paint a vivid picture of the Sumerian cosmos, providing a foundation to delve deeper into Enki's role, especially concerning humanity's origins and development. Within the heart of Sumerian mythology, we find a unique group of deities, the Anunnaki, whose name can be loosely translated as those of royal blood, or offspring of Anu sky. The Anunnaki hold a critical place in the Sumerian pantheon, often associated with the realms of the heavens, earth, and the underworld. Their roles were varied, ranging from celestial administrators, judges of humanity, to controllers of human destiny. The Anunnaki were not a homogeneous entity, but rather a complex hierarchy of divine beings. Anu, the sky god, was usually acknowledged as the leader of the Anunnaki. However, the actual control over Earth's affairs often fell to his offspring, namely Enlil, the lord of the air, and Enki, the god of water and wisdom. Enki's domain was mainly the watery abyss known as the Abzu or Apsu, a place that was thought to be the source of all fresh water, including rivers, wells, and the rain. But his influence extended beyond mere geography. As the bearer of wisdom and patron of arts and crafts, Enki played a significant role in developing and preserving civilization. The celestial hierarchy was also marked by numerous relationships, alliances, and rivalries. Enki's relationship with his siblings, particularly Enlil and Inanna, are noteworthy. These relationships influenced many mythological narratives and shaped the collective wisdom, laws, and societal norms in ancient Sumer. However, it was Enki's specific association with humanity and his alleged role in our creation and development that set him apart and endowed him with a unique place in ancient mythology. The exploration of this particular aspect leads us into a fascinating realm of genetic modification, creation myths, and the dawn of humanity. Enki further takes us into the realm of symbols and iconography. Ancient Sumerians depicted their deities in various ways, each symbol and attribute holding profound significance. Examining these for Enki provides a window into his divine persona and role in Sumerian cosmology. Enki is often represented holding a scepter with a ram's head, symbolizing his authority and connection with fertility. The ram in Sumerian culture was a symbol of virility and creative life force. This links back to Enki's role as a creator god and sustainer of life on Earth. Enki is also frequently shown seated and surrounded by flowing water. Water, being the source of all life, emphasizes his role as the life giver. As the god of fresh water, he was believed to have control over the rivers and seas, often depicted controlling the flow of water from his shoulders or vase, which underlined his authority over the life-giving and destructive aspects of water. Another potent symbol related to Enki is the Ms, pronounced May. In Sumerian culture, Ms were divine decrees or sacred powers that embodied the fundamental concepts and elements of civilization, ranging from truth and justice to music and art. As the god of wisdom and knowledge, Enki was often shown in possession of these Ms, symbolizing his role in bestowing civilization and culture upon humanity. Finally, the symbol of the caduceus, two serpents intertwined around a central staff, is also often associated with Enki. Some scholars argue that this symbol, representing Enki's role in genetic engineering and the creation of humanity, prefigures the modern symbol for DNA. Unpacking these symbols not only reinforces the narrative of Enki as a creator deity and god of wisdom, but also prepares us to delve deeper into the intriguing claims of his role in genetically modifying early humans. We now turn to Sumerian literature, specifically the cuneiform tablets inscribed thousands of years ago. These ancient texts offer a window into the cultural and spiritual beliefs of the Sumerians, and crucially, Enki's place within their worldview. Among the many stories about Enki, one that stands out is the tale of Enki and Ninmah. This narrative sheds light on Enki's role as a shaper of life. Ninmah, also known as Ninhursag, was another powerful deity associated with earth and fertility. The story unfolds in the city of Eridu, where the gods are gathered for a celebratory feast. As the festivities progress and the divine cups run dry, a playful dispute arises between Ninmah and Enki. They clash over who holds the power to determine the fates and forms of life. Ninmah, brimming with pride in her creative abilities, decides to showcase her power. She molds clay into various beings, each with a unique and debilitating physical anomaly. One is unable to walk, another cannot speak, and a third suffers from chronic illness. With a mischievous glint in her eye, Ninmah presents these flawed creations to Enki, challenging him to either heal them or find a suitable place for them in society. Enki, ever the wise and resourceful god, doesn't attempt to reverse Ninmah's handiwork. Instead, he approaches the situation with creativity and compassion. He sees potential and purpose, where Ninmah saw only imperfections. He assigns the person who cannot walk the role of an advisor to the king, their keen mind compensating for their physical limitations. The one unable to speak becomes a temple attendant, their presence a constant reminder of the importance of quiet contemplation. Each being, despite their limitations, is given a dignified and valuable role within society. This captivating tale not only highlights Enki's wisdom and resourcefulness, but also hints at his ability to manipulate and shape life itself. It lays the groundwork for a more profound exploration of Enki's role in humanity's creation. Another Sumerian narrative delves deeper into this intriguing claim, the story of the Anunnaki's quest for gold. This myth suggests a compelling reason for the Anunnaki's arrival on Earth and their potential involvement with early humanity. According to Sumerian cosmology, the Anunnaki weren't benevolent visitors from the heavens. They came to Earth driven by a desperate need, a need for gold. Their home planet, Nibiru, was believed to be deteriorating, its atmosphere ravaged by some unknown catastrophe. Gold, according to the Sumerians, possessed the unique property of restoring a planet's atmosphere. The Anunnaki descended upon Earth, determined to mine the gold they desperately needed. However, the task proved arduous and backbreaking. The physically demanding labor sparked a rebellion among the lesser Anunnaki, those tasked with the actual mining. The clamor reached Enki, who, ever the problem solver, devised a cunning solution. He proposed the creation of a new kind of being, a Lulu, or primitive worker, who would be strong and resilient enough to handle the harsh conditions of the mines. Here, the narrative becomes particularly intriguing. The exact details of how these Lulu were created remain shrouded in mystery. Some Sumerian texts suggest that Enki, using his vast knowledge and mastery over life forms, fashioned them from clay, much like Ninmah in the previous story. Others hint at a more complex process, perhaps involving the Anunnaki's advanced technology or even genetic manipulation. The Lulu, once created, were tasked with the backbreaking labor in the mines. This freed the Anunnaki for other pursuits, potentially including the further development of human civilization. The story raises fascinating questions. Were these Lulu the ancestors of modern humanity? Did Enki play a more direct role in our creation than simply shaping us from clay? Was there a form of genetic engineering involved? The Sumerians offer no definitive answers. Their myths and legends are open to interpretation, leaving space for contemplation and speculation. However, the very existence of these narratives suggests that the Sumerians themselves pondered the origins of humanity and the potential role of divine beings in our creation. As we move forward in our exploration, it's important to remember that these are ancient myths, not scientific fact, yet they offer a captivating glimpse into the worldview of the Sumerians and their relationship with the divine. They spark our imagination and inspire us to ask questions about our own origins and place in the universe. Did Enki, the Sumerian god of wisdom and water, truly play a role in shaping humanity? The answer may forever lie hidden in the sands of time, but the questions themselves hold immense power, pushing us to explore the mysteries of our past and the vast potential of our future. The wrath of Enlil. How a god's fury nearly ended civilization. In the records of ancient Mesopotamia, amidst the grandeur of towering ziggurats and the hum of bustling cities, there exists a deity whose influence carved the course of history and mythology alike. He is Enlil, the god of air, wind, and storms, a figure so revered that even the mighty gods bowed in his presence. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey to uncover the enigmatic tale of Enlil, tracing his impact from the earliest civilizations to his echoes in later mythologies. Imagine a time thousands of years ago where the Fertile Crescent cradled the earliest whispers of human civilization. It was here, in the ancient city of Nippur, that Enlil's presence was most palpable. The Ikur Temple, a majestic structure known as the Mountain House, stood as a testament to his power and the epicenter of his worship. Legends say this temple was built by Enlil himself, serving as a divine conduit between heaven and earth. Enlil's story begins with his divine parentage. He is the son of Anu, the sky god who once reigned supreme over the Mesopotamian pantheon. Anu's dominion over the heavens was absolute, but it was his son, Enlil, who would shape the destiny of the earth. Enlil's name, translating to Lord Wind, captures his essence as the force behind the breath of life and the harbinger of storms. The role of Enlil was not limited to the skies. He was seen as the separator of heaven and earth, making the world habitable for humans. This act of separation, splitting heaven, from Kai, earth, marked the creation of a realm where life could flourish. Enlil's influence was so pervasive that he possessed the Tablets of Destiny, ancient scripts that held the fates of gods and men alike. One of the most compelling stories involving Enlil is the tale of the Great Flood, a narrative echoed in various cultures around the world. The Sumerian version, known as the Eridu Genesis, tells of how Enlil, alongside other gods, created humanity and the first cities. However, humanity's transgressions, though unspecified due to missing parts of the text, angered the gods, prompting Enlil to propose a flood to cleanse the earth. Ziusudra, a pious king, was forewarned about the deluge, likely by Enki, the god of wisdom. Building an ark, Ziusudra preserved life and weathered the storm for 7 days and nights. When the floodwaters receded and Ziusudra made offerings to the gods, Enlil's initial fury turned to admiration for his devotion. As a reward, Ziusudra was granted eternal life and settled in the divine paradise of Dilmun. This story found a new life in the Epic of Gilgamesh, with Utnapishtim as the flood hero. Enlil's role remained central, illustrating his wrath and eventual mercy. Here, the flood was a response to humanity's noise, and despite the destruction, Enlil ultimately bestowed immortality upon Utnapishtim for his piety and survival skills. Beyond his grand acts of creation and destruction, Enlil's personal life offers a glimpse into his complex nature. In the city of Nippur, he encountered Ninlil, a beautiful young goddess. Despite her mother Nisaba's warnings, Ninlil ventured to bathe in the river, attracting Enlil's attention. Enlil seduced Ninlil, resulting in the birth of their son Nanna, the moon god. Their union was tumultuous. Enlil was punished for his actions, exiled to the underworld. Ninlil, loyal to her lover, followed him. In a series of encounters where Enlil disguised himself in various forms, he fathered more gods, each representing different aspects of the underworld. This myth not only explains the genealogy of certain deities, but also showcases Enlil's shape-shifting abilities, a trait he shares with the Greek god Zeus. Enlil and Zeus, though separated by geography and culture, share striking similarities. Both are storm gods wielding immense power. Both engaged in numerous affairs with mortal women, and both instigated great floods to reset the world. These parallels highlight a shared archetype in human mythology, a supreme deity governing the natural world and influencing human fate. As centuries passed, Enlil's prominence waned. The rise of the Babylonian god Marduk saw Enlil supplanted as the chief deity. However, the reverence for Enlil did not entirely fade. His legacy persisted, with many kings continuing to seek his blessing in Nippur, and his attributes being absorbed into the worship of Marduk. In a dramatic episode from the Neo-Assyrian period, a text describes a conflict between Marduk and Enlil, where the former's forces invade Nippur, leading to a celestial trial. This narrative underscores the enduring tension between the old and new gods, a theme prevalent in many mythologies. Enlil's contributions to humanity extend beyond mythology. He is credited with inventing the mattock, a vital agricultural tool, symbolizing his role as a bringer of civilization and order. This invention, made of gold and lapis lazuli, is a testament to his desire to equip humans with the means to thrive and build. By the 7th century BC, with the fall of the Assyrian Empire, the worship of Enlil began to decline. His temples were desecrated, his statues destroyed. Yet the essence of Enlil endured, morphing into the figure of Marduk. By 141 BC, Enlil's name had faded into obscurity, yet his influence lingered in the myths and cultural memory of Mesopotamia. Enlil's story is one of power, creation, destruction, and rebirth. His narrative threads through the tapestry of ancient Mesopotamian civilization, illustrating the profound impact of mythology on human culture. As we unravel the tales of Enlil, we not only delve into the past, but also uncover the timeless themes of human existence: order and chaos, love and deception, wrath and mercy. The origins of Enlil's power are rooted in the divine hierarchy of the Anunnaki, the pantheon of gods who governed every aspect of existence in Mesopotamian mythology. Anu, the sky god and Enlil's father, presided over the heavens with an omnipotent gaze, setting the celestial laws that dictated the order of the universe. Enlil, born from this celestial lineage, was destined for greatness, his very essence entwined with the fabric of creation. Enlil's significance extends beyond his immediate family. As the Lord of the Command, he wielded authority over other gods and humans alike. This authority was not merely symbolic, it was manifest in the physical world through the control of natural elements and the destinies written on the tablets of destiny. These tablets were the ultimate source of divine knowledge and power, containing decrees that could alter the fate of all beings. One of the defining moments in Enlil's story is his separation of heaven and earth. Before this act, the cosmos was a unified, chaotic mass where no life could thrive. Enlil's intervention created a habitable space, laying the groundwork for the flourishing of civilizations. This act of separation is echoed in numerous creation myths worldwide, underscoring the universal importance of bringing order to chaos. However, Enlil's relationship with humanity was complex and often fraught with tension. His decision to unleash the Great Flood was driven by a profound sense of divine justice, aimed at cleansing the world of human misdeeds. The specifics of these transgressions are lost to history, but the flood itself stands as a testament to Enlil's willingness to wield his power in ways that could both create and destroy. The tale of Ziusudra offers a nuanced view of Enlil's character. While initially depicted as a deity of wrath, Enlil's eventual admiration for Ziusudra's piety and resilience reveals a capacity for mercy and reward. This duality, wrathful and benevolent, makes Enlil a more complex and relatable figure, embodying the unpredictable nature of life itself. Enlil's influence extended into the realms of love and personal relationships, adding further depth to his character. His union with Ninlil, though initiated under contentious circumstances, resulted in a lineage of gods who played vital roles in Mesopotamian mythology. Their son, Inanna, became a significant deity in his own right, governing the moon and bringing light to the night sky. This familial legacy illustrates the interconnectedness of divine beings and their collective impact on the world. The myth of Enlil and Ninlil is particularly intriguing for its exploration of loyalty, forgiveness, and transformation. Despite Enlil's initial transgression, Ninlil's unwavering loyalty led her to accompany him into exile. Their journey through the underworld, marked by Enlil's shapeshifting and their encounters with various deities, highlights themes of redemption and the cyclical nature of life and death. Comparing Enlil to Zeus reveals fascinating insights into the shared motifs of ancient mythologies. Both deities exemplify the archetype of the powerful sky god who interacts with mortals, often in ways that blur the lines between benevolence and manipulation. These similarities suggest a common human inclination to personify the forces of nature in the form of omnipotent deities who hold sway over the destinies of all beings. The transition of power from Enlil to Marduk marks a significant shift in Mesopotamian religious history. Marduk's rise to prominence reflects the dynamic nature of mythology, where old gods are supplanted by new ones in response to changing cultural and political landscapes. This transition was not seamless. It involved mythological conflicts and narratives that emphasized the struggle for divine supremacy. Enlil's conflict with Marduk is emblematic of the broader theme of succession and rivalry among gods. The celestial trial described in Neo-Assyrian texts underscores the complexity of these divine relationships and the ongoing negotiation of power within the pantheon. This narrative mirrors human experiences of conflict and resolution, highlighting the ways in which mythology serves as a reflection of societal dynamics. Despite the decline of Enlil's worship, his legacy endured through cultural memory and mythological assimilation. The attributes and stories associated with Enlil were gradually absorbed into the worship of Marduk, ensuring that the essence of his character continued to influence religious practices and beliefs. This process of syncretism demonstrates the adaptability of mythology and its ability to evolve while preserving core elements of ancient narratives. Enlil's invention of the mattock symbolizes his role as a civilizing force, providing humanity with the tools necessary for agriculture and societal development. This invention, described as being crafted from gold and lapis lazuli, reflects the divine gift of knowledge and technology. The mattock became a symbol of Enlil's benevolence and his desire to empower humans to cultivate the land and build prosperous communities. The decline of Enlil's worship by the 7th century BC and the eventual erasure of his name from the historical record signify the transient nature of religious devotion. Yet the stories and myths surrounding Enlil continued to resonate, offering timeless insights into the human condition and the ever-present themes of power, justice, and transformation. In conclusion, Enlil's story is a tapestry woven with threads of creation, destruction, love, and rebirth. His influence permeated the ancient Mesopotamian civilization, shaping its cultural and religious landscape. Through the lens of Enlil's narrative, we gain a deeper understanding of the profound impact of mythology on human culture, exploring the timeless themes that define our existence. As we unravel the tales of Enlil, we not only delve into the past, but also uncover the enduring truths about order and chaos, love and deception, wrath and mercy. Anu, the sky god who created the Anunnaki. The sky has always held a certain mystique in ancient mythologies, often personified as a supreme deity presiding over the entire cosmos. In the ancient world, such sky gods were often considered the supreme rulers, embodying not just the sky, but the very order of the universe. Among these deities, Anu, the Sumerian god of the sky, stands out as a prime example. Anu was revered as the highest god in the Mesopotamian pantheon, often considered the ancestor of all other gods, and the ultimate authority in the cosmos. His influence stretched across various mythologies, including Sumerian, Akkadian, and Hittite, where his story intertwined with those of other gods and mortals. Anu was the father of the Anunnaki, a group of powerful deities who played significant roles in the Mesopotamian religion. The term Anunnaki itself means offspring of Anu, signifying their direct descent from this supreme sky god. Anu's importance in Mesopotamian religion is underscored by the fact that he was considered the source of all authority, both divine and mortal. Kings and rulers often claimed their right to rule by invoking Anu's name, emphasizing his role as the ultimate arbiter of power. In the Sumerian pantheon, Anu was part of a divine triad, along with his sons Enlil and Enki. This triad represented the three bands of constellations in the sky, symbolizing the cosmic order that Anu presided over. Enlil, the god of wind, air, and earth, was often more venerated by the people than his father, but Anu remained the supreme god, the divine father of all other deities. His authority was so vast that the highest deity in the pantheon was said to possess the Anutu, or heavenly power, named after Anu himself. Despite his paramount status, Anu's role in mythology, hymns, and cult practices was relatively small, and much of the details surrounding his worship have been lost to history. However, his influence was profound. For instance, Sargon the Great of Akkad, one of the earliest known rulers of the Akkadian Empire, mentioned Anu in his inscriptions, attributing his military successes to the god's favor. This suggests that Anu was highly revered by kings, who saw him as the divine force legitimizing their rule. Anu's primary cult center was the Inanna temple in the city of Uruk, one of the most important religious sites in ancient Mesopotamia. However, by the time of the Akkadian period, much of his authority in Uruk had been ceded to the goddess Inanna, also known as Ishtar, the Queen of Heaven. Inanna's rise to prominence reflects a broader shift in the religious landscape, where newer gods often eclipsed older ones. Nevertheless, Anu remained a significant figure, particularly as the progenitor of the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki themselves were central to many myths and beliefs across Sumerian, Akkadian, Assyrian, and Babylonian traditions. While their roles and attributes varied, they were often depicted as powerful deities who decreed the fates of mankind. In some traditions, the Anunnaki were even believed to have created humans, supposedly to serve as laborers for mining gold, a resource they needed to sustain their own existence. One of the most famous myths involving Anu is the Akkadian epic of Gilgamesh, where he plays a crucial role in the narrative. In the story, Anu's daughter Ishtar attempts to seduce the hero Gilgamesh. When Gilgamesh rejects her advances, Ishtar, enraged, demands that her father Anu give her the bull of heaven to punish Gilgamesh. Anu initially hesitates, but Ishtar threatens to release the dead from the underworld if he refuses her request. Anu, unwilling to risk such chaos, grants her the bull, which leads to a confrontation between Gilgamesh and the creature, ultimately resulting in the death of Gilgamesh's companion, Enkidu. Anu's role as a divine father is also evident in the myth of Adapa, a mortal priest who, through a series of events, comes into contact with Anu. In this story, Adapa breaks the wing of the south wind, prompting Anu to summon him to heaven for an explanation. Impressed by Adapa's wisdom and honesty, Anu offers him the food and water of immortality. However, Adapa, having been warned by Enki, another son of Anu, that these offerings were deadly, refuses them. Anu, surprised by Adapa's refusal, ultimately sends him back to Earth, thereby denying him immortality. This story has been compared to the biblical narrative of Adam and Eve, where Adam is also denied immortality after disobeying a divine command. In another significant narrative from Hittite mythology, Anu is depicted as a former ruler of the gods, who is overthrown by his son Kumarbi. The myth recounts how Kumarbi bites off Anu's genitals and swallows them, leading to the birth of the storm god Teshub. Teshub eventually overthrows Kumarbi, avenging his father Anu and becoming the new king of the gods. This story bears striking similarities to the Greek myth of Uranus and Cronus, where Cronus overthrows his father Uranus in a similar act of mutilation, only to be later overthrown by his own son, Zeus. The Sumerians believed that rain was Anu's seed, which impregnated the earth goddess Kai, later known as Antu in Akkadian mythology, leading to the birth of vegetation. This association with fertility and creation further underscores Anu's role as a life-giving force. However, Anu was also seen as a god who could bring destruction. In the epic poem Era and Ishum, written in Akkadian in the 8th century BCE, Anu gives the god of destruction, Era, a group of personified weapons known as the Sebetu. When humanity becomes too noisy and populous, Anu instructs Era to use the Sebetu to reduce their numbers, demonstrating his capacity for both creation and destruction. Anu's legacy extended beyond Mesopotamia, influencing other cultures and their mythologies. In Hittite mythology, as mentioned earlier, Anu's story of overthrow and castration laid the groundwork for similar narratives in Greek mythology, particularly the story of Uranus and Cronus. These parallels highlight the common themes that run through ancient mythologies. The cycle of power, where a son overthrows his father, only to face the same fate from his own offspring. The mythological importance of Anu is further emphasized by his connection to the cosmos. In Sumerian cosmogony, the heavens were divided into 3 domes, with the highest and outermost dome representing Anu. This dome was believed to be made of reddish stone, symbolizing the vastness and grandeur of the sky. Outside this dome lay the primordial waters of Namu, the mother of Anu, reinforcing the idea that Anu was born from the primordial chaos that existed before the ordered universe. Anu's influence also extended into literature and poetry, as seen in the Sumerian poem Inanna and Ebi, where his granddaughter Inanna confronts a mountain deity. Despite Anu's warning, Inanna destroys the mountain, demonstrating her power and defiance. In another poem, Inanna takes command of heaven. Inanna's ambition leads her to take control of the Inanna temple in Uruk, which had once been dedicated to Anu. This story symbolizes the transfer of power from Anu to the younger generation of gods, particularly Inanna, who was one of the most venerated deities in Mesopotamia. Anu's role as the divine personification of the sky and the supreme god of the Mesopotamian pantheon is a testament to the significance of sky deities in ancient religions. Although later traditions saw him somewhat overshadowed by his sons Enlil and Enki, Anu's legacy as the ancestor of the Anunnaki and the ultimate source of authority for both gods and mortals remained deeply influential throughout Mesopotamian history. His stories, whether from Sumerian, Akkadian, or Hittite mythology, reveal the complex and multifaceted nature of ancient gods, beings who could be both creators and destroyers, benefactors and punishers. Anu's enduring presence in these myths highlights the timeless appeal of the sky as a symbol of divine power and cosmic order. Ultimately, Anu's story is a powerful reminder of the enduring influence of the sky in the ancient imagination, a symbol of divine authority that shaped the beliefs and myths of entire civilizations. Through themes of creation and destruction, order and chaos, Anu's presence in mythology continues to captivate, serving as a testament to the sky's timeless allure as the ultimate symbol of power. In ancient Mesopotamian culture, Anu is a reminder of the sky's role as the ultimate seat of divine power, a distant and mysterious realm that holds the key to the very essence of life itself. Nibiru revealed, the Anunnaki's hidden path to Earth and the shocking truth.
Episode 1. The Mysterious Nibiru. Deep within the vast expanse of the cosmos, where stars gathered to form constellations and galaxies spun tales of their own existence, Nibiru, the enigmatic home planet of the Anunnaki, quietly orbited in majestic splendor. Bathed in a gentle celestial glow, Nibiru stood as a magnificent testament to the advanced civilization that called it home. In the heart of Nibiru rested a city that shone brightly with knowledge and technological marvels that rivaled even the wonders of the universe itself. Its towering spires reached towards the heavens, showcasing the genius of the Anunnaki. Streets adorned with luminescent stones pulsed with energy, evidence of an advanced society, while a symphony of technological prowess filled the air. The Anunnaki thrived of immense wisdom and intelligence. They were led by a council comprised of their wisest members, elder beings who had witnessed countless eons unfold before them. Among these esteemed leaders stood Anu, the supreme ruler, and Enki, a master scientist and craftsman known for his unparalleled expertise. Above Nibiru's skies danced an array of colors unseen by earthly eyes, shades of azure, violet, and gold painted enchanting patterns across its celestial canvas. The elliptical orbit of Nibiru created a unique spectacle that would leave any observer awestruck. Anu, the wise and kind-hearted ruler, stood atop the highest spire admiring this cosmic ballet unfolding above him. He pondered upon the mysteries that lay within the universe, seeking answers to questions that transcended both time and space. Enki, on his part as master scientist, conducted groundbreaking experiments that pushed the boundaries of cosmic understanding. In his laboratories, he delved into the secrets of genetics, manipulating the very essence of life itself. Under his guidance, the Anunnaki achieved feats that appeared like magic to less advanced civilizations. Within their celestial haven, a sense of unity and purpose pervaded the society of the Anunnaki. They had mastered harnessing the power of the cosmos, creating technologies that allowed them to tap into energy from the fabric of space-time itself. Nibiru, with its advanced infrastructure and harmonious equilibrium, stood as a testament to their mastery over their world. However, amidst this celestial splendor, ancient prophecies spoke of an impending cataclysm. The ever-changing dance of the cosmos hinted at challenges that could potentially threaten Nibiru's very existence. Guided by their wise leader's counsel, the Anunnaki faced a critical decision: whether to confront these cosmic upheavals head-on or seek refuge on another distant world. Anu summoned the council to meet atop the highest spire, where ancient truths whispered in the cosmic winds. The elders' eyes shimmered with starlight as they deliberated upon Nibiru's fate. Enki, always pragmatic in his scientific approach, presented his findings. A celestial event of unparalleled magnitude was approaching, placing Nibiru's survival in jeopardy. A decision was reached. The Anunnaki would embark on a cosmic journey in search for a new home. Great spacecrafts fueled by Nibiru's own energy were prepared for departure. With heavy hearts burdened by uncertainty, the citizens bid farewell to their celestial sanctuary. As the spacecraft soared through the infinite abyss of space, shimmering tears cascaded from Nibiru's skies bidding them farewell. Thus began an extraordinary odyssey for the Anunnaki, leaving behind a homeworld that would forever be immortalized in the cosmic chronicles. Guided by celestial currents, the Anunnaki traversed the vastness of space. They marveled at the wonders of the cosmos, vibrant nebulas painting darkness with their vivid hues, and distant stars whispering secrets across the cosmic expanse. As Nibiru faded into the cosmic horizon, the Anunnaki set their sights on a distant blue planet known as Earth. Little did they know that their arrival on this new world would shape the destinies of both gods and mortals, weaving a timeless tale that transcended all boundaries. Thus, the cosmic odyssey of the Anunnaki continued as they journeyed towards unknown territories, carrying with them the legacy of Nibiru and hopes for a fresh start on Earth. The celestial tapestry unfurled, revealing the next captivating chapter in the epic saga of gods and men. Episode 2. The Anunnaki's Exodus. In the vastness of the universe, the Anunnaki's colossal spacecraft sailed through the celestial expanse, guided by cosmic currents towards their new home, Earth. This journey was both a pilgrimage and an adventure, as they carried with them the legacy of Nibiru and hopes for a future intertwined with the destiny of a young and evolving planet. On the observation deck, Anu, the wise ruler, and Enki, the master scientist, stood in awe as they gazed at the shimmering tapestry of stars. With determination and wisdom, Anu addressed his fellow Anunnaki. "Dear kin, we embark on a journey of great cosmic significance. Nibiru, our celestial haven, faces imminent cataclysm. It is our duty to seek refuge on Earth. There, we shall shape this young world's destiny and forge our own path among the stars." Enki, his eyes gleaming with scientific curiosity, chimed in with excitement. "Our arrival on Earth is no mere coincidence, but rather a grand cosmic design. We bring with us ages of knowledge from Nibiru, technological wonders beyond imagination, and the seeds of civilization itself. Together, we shall create a harmonious blend of gods and mortals." The diverse assembly of Anunnaki listened intently. Skilled artisans, astronomers, engineers, healers, each contributing to their collective wisdom and civilization. As they drew closer to Earth, the Anunnaki marveled at its celestial beauty. Like a precious gem amidst the cosmic sea, Earth welcomed these celestial visitors with open arms as their radiant spacecraft pierced through its skies. Their arrival did not go unnoticed by ancient Mesopotamia's inhabitants. The Sumerians, a civilization rooted in human history's cradle, looked up to the heavens in awe and reverence. Mistaking the advanced technology and godlike presence of the Anunnaki, they believed they were divine beings. Thus began a cosmic interplay between gods and mortals. Enki, recognizing the potential for harmonious coexistence, took a central role in interacting with the Sumerians. In the city of Eridu, named after their celestial homeland, the Anunnaki established their presence. Temples soared towards the heavens, dedicated to these gods who descended from the stars. The Anunnaki generously shared their knowledge of agriculture, science, and arts with the Sumerians. They taught mortals about the cosmos' secrets, star cycles, and life's mysteries. Enki especially guided them in agricultural practices, leading to bountiful harvests that elevated Eridu to new heights. However, conflicts arose among the celestial beings due to the divine presence of the Anunnaki. Enlil, Enki's brother and staunch enforcer of cosmic order, expressed concerns about gods mingling with mortals. He feared that this delicate balance between celestial and earthly realms would be disrupted. Enlil's concerns had some merit, as the Anunnaki became entangled in human affairs, captivated by Earth's beauty and its inhabitants. Love blossomed between gods and mortals, weaving relationships that defied cosmic boundaries. As the Anunnaki navigated their existence on Earth, cosmic dramas unfolded. The gods grappled with questions of morality, power, and consequences of their actions on mortals they aimed to guide. The celestial city of Eridu transformed into a melting pot of divine and earthly energies, birthing a civilization marked by their influence. The Sumerians sang hymns and wrote epics about gods descending from heavens, bringers of knowledge and civilization's gifts. The great epic of Gilgamesh transcended time itself as it recounted a mortal king's quest for immortality and encounters with divine beings. While grappling with their own immortality and the consequences of their actions, the Anunnaki's presence set the stage for the next act in this celestial drama. The legacy of Nibiru, now intertwined with Earth's fate, echoed through the ages, leaving an enduring imprint on human history's pages. Thus, the cosmic odyssey of the Anunnaki continued as gods and mortals shared the stage in creation and destiny's unfolding drama. Their celestial journey had only just begun, and their presence resonated across time, shaping human civilization's course and leaving an indelible mark on existence's cosmic tapestry. Episode 3: Arrival on Earth. As the magnificent spacecraft of the Anunnaki descended through Earth's atmosphere, a dazzling light pierced the skies, casting a heavenly glow over the ancient lands of Mesopotamia. The Sumerians, the original inhabitants of this cradle of civilization, looked up in awe and reverence, witnessing the arrival of beings who would shape human history, the Anunnaki. Eridu, a city that mirrored the celestial splendor of its namesake on Nibiru, became the epicenter of the Anunnaki's arrival. Temples reached towards the heavens, adorned with symbols representing the cosmic gods who descended from the stars. Bathed in an otherworldly glow emanating from the Anunnaki's advanced technology, Eridu stood as a testament to their divine presence in the mortal realm. Enki, the master scientist and craftsman among the Anunnaki, took on a central role in their interactions with the Sumerians. With a staff shimmering with cosmic energies in his hand, he walked among mortals exuding wisdom and approachability. Viewing the Anunnaki as gods, humbled and awestruck Sumerians approached him. In Eridu's grand temple dedicated to the Anunnaki, Enki gathered Sumerian leaders. As they assembled beneath towering pillars adorned with celestial symbols, mortals listened intently while Enki spoke with both authority and compassion resonating in his voice. Children of Earth, we are the Anunnaki, beings who have journeyed across cosmic seas to share our knowledge and gifts with you. We bring you wisdom from ages past, secrets of space itself, and keys to unlock your civilization's potential. Enki extended his hands as images materialized in midair. Advanced agricultural practices, scientific principles, and artistic creations. The wonders unfolding before them left Sumerians astonished. They realized they stood at the precipice of a new era. Guided by Enki, the Anunnaki taught Sumerians advanced agricultural techniques that transformed the once barren fields around Eridu into lush landscapes. Bountiful harvests elevated their civilization, thanks to these newfound practices. However, Enlil, Enki's brother, and a staunch enforcer of cosmic order, noted the divine presence of the Anunnaki with concern. Watching from celestial realms, he feared that gods mingling with mortals would disrupt the delicate balance between cosmic and earthly realms. As Enlil observed interactions between the Anunnaki and Sumerians, he foresaw conflicts and challenges that could jeopardize their divine plan. The cosmic drama unfolded as Enlil confronted Enki, expressing his reservations about the consequences of their actions. Enki, my brother, you tread a treacherous path. The mixing of gods and mortals brings unforeseen consequences. The delicate balance of cosmic order may be disrupted. We risk inviting wrath from higher realms. We must exercise caution and adhere to our celestial plan. Enki, however, believed in harmony between gods and mortals. He saw Sumerians as kindred beings, capable of reaching greater heights with Anunnaki guidance. Eridu, a city intertwining energies from both divine and earthly realms, became a symbol of cosmic synergy. As Anunnaki lived among Sumerians, relationships between gods and mortals flourished. Love blossomed across both celestial and earthly realms, forming connections transcending boundaries set by cosmic order. Even Enki himself forged a bond with a mortal woman, an alliance that played a pivotal role in the unfolding drama. Amidst harmonious coexistence, conflicts arose when mortal kings vied for Anunnaki favor. The epic tale of Gilgamesh etched itself into human history, recounting mortal kings' quest for immortality and encounters with divine beings. Anunnaki, eternal in their existence, found themselves entangled in mortal struggles, grappling with questions of power, morality, and consequences of their actions on the tapestry of existence. Once a bastion of divine order, Eridu now mirrored complexities of mortal existence. Temples reverberated with prayers, offerings, and echoes of celestial and earthly energies intertwining. Enki observed the unfolding drama with a heavy heart, recognizing the challenges arising from gods and mortals intermingling. Enlil's concerns grew until he decided to intervene, seeking to restore cosmic order. The Celestial Council convened in higher realms as Enlil proposed a course of action, separating the divine from the mortal to restore celestial balance. A cosmic decree was issued, leaving the Anunnaki with a choice: withdraw from the mortal realm and ascend to celestial realms, or remain intertwined with Earth's fate. However, not all among the Anunnaki agreed. Some were reluctant to abandon the civilization they helped to nurture. Torn between cosmic order and his love for Sumerians, Enki faced a profound decision. In an act that would shape both gods and mortals' destinies, he chose to stay on Earth, bound by threads of kinship and responsibility. In a celestial procession, the Anunnaki ascended to higher realms, leaving Eridu in awe tinged with melancholy. The mortal realm was left to navigate its complexities while bearing the imprint of Anunnaki legacy, woven into human history's very fabric. As Eridu's celestial city echoed with footsteps of mortal kings and whispers of divine energies, the cosmic drama continued. Although absent from earthly realm, Anunnaki remained etched into humanity's collective consciousness. The legacy of Nibiru, now intertwined with Earth's destiny, resonated through ages, leaving an enduring mark on human history's pages. Sumerians immortalized the divine beings who descended from heavens, bringing knowledge and civilization in their hymns and epics. Thus, the celestial odyssey of the Anunnaki entered a new phase, as gods and mortals shared the stage in the unfolding drama of creation and destiny. Echoes of their presence resonated across ages, shaping human civilization's course and leaving an indelible mark on cosmic tapestry of existence. The celestial journey had only just begun, and the universe held its breath, awaiting the next act in cosmic drama of gods and mortals.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an adventure with us.